Hello Cancer, how you doing? Welcome to your weekly reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 9th through to the 15th of September. Hope life is treating you well. Let's just see what's going on for you. Oh, there's a lot of energy coming from within you. It's like, you've got a new lease of life. That's the words I'm looking for. There's a lot of energy coming from here. On the relationship side, there's very passionate. There's a lot of passions going on, and certainly passions about your future, basically. And I think you're really getting optimistic and passionate about your future, and it's coming from within you. On your financial side, there's decisions that need to be made, and according to the past, I think there's decisions that need to be made in order for you to unblock your future. Let's just see what's going on. Page of Swords. Yeah, I think it's a very stimulating for your relationship side or your emotional side of life. It's fills you with lots of ideas. The question is, how do you convert those ideas into reality? There's a lot of ideas coming from you as well. And on your financial side, it's learning about how to apply yourself in your finances, in your job, your business, and your projects, to do things in a slightly different way, which is going to unblock certain things, which will allow you to progress on. Let's just see what's going on your relationship side. Yeah, the karmic path seems to be pretty straightforward, I think, as regards to sort of like keep going, as it were. I think that's on your karmic path. I think the path is already well defined. On your influence on the universe, there is a very defined interaction here that the universe wants you to have with the rest of the world. I think it's giving you quality rather than quantity. On your past is there. I think you know what you want out of life. I think that's been very true for a lot of signs this week. And in your future self, this is where the vibrant, fiery energy starts coming through. What's the lessons to be learned from here? There is a sort of degree of nothing ventured, nothing gained. I think that it's like the more passion you put in, the more passion you'll get out. But it needs to be in a very physical way. It's not passionate as in sort of like illusionary, sort of kind of going, you're convincing yourself of something that's not true. It's the proof is in the pudding, basically. The proof is in the pudding. From your karmic path here, I think you're very attractive at the moment, and I think your karmic path is to be like that. And I think the more that you stimulate ideas from within you, that's what's going to, bring people to you as well. And it's going to help you to see and be a little bit more sort of focused on which relationships has given you the good stuff. The universe here is sort of saying quality rather than quantity. And it's sort of saying it's not going to move until you engage with life. And it's sort of like, it's much more on the sort of, it's not going to allow too much through for you. So you may feel that there's not a lot happening around you, but it is behind the scenes. What it's doing is it's creating that quality connection rather than quantity connection. So you might be only one or two people this week that really sort of you enjoy being with, but then that sort of like helps in order for you to see things clearly about yourself as well. On your past, you have the Fool card. Yeah, I think there's a lot. You understand, you know how things work, and I think you want to go on an adventure. There is no doubt about it. The universe is the connection with the world that is around you. You may feel a little bit stagnated, and now from your past, it's like pushing you into that vibe of taking a leap of faith. Talking about a leap of faith in your future self, you get the Hierophant. Knowing the steps you need to take for your happiness, not necessarily making everybody happy around you, but for your happiness. Once you start doing that, that's when marriage can happen. But there is an instigation that's coming from within inside you more than anything else. And out the top there, you get the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I would engage. Once you engage, then you're going to know when that fruit is ripe. And that comes from the Nine of Pentacles as well. She's been cultivating those pentacles for some time, and on one side she has 6 pentacles and the other she has 3. On the 6 pentacles, it's putting yourself first. The 3 pentacles is good quality work with other people. The moment you put out there You know, the moment you put, engage in the world in a certain emotional way, that's when you know you're going to get the emotional response that corresponds to you. And there's a lot of earth. It's a case of doing it and actually taking part more than anything else, being physically involved in your own future and creating it in regards to relationships or a relationship that is around you. But there is a leap of faith within you that has to happen first more than anything else. Let's see what's going on the financial sort of side. The karmic path seems to be the most important part here, but there is a future and it's about the decisions you're making. Yeah, it's maybe here is a case that you're actually concentrating much more on your financial side rather than on your relationship side or your career path. It's all about reaching for the stars. It's all about it's like going for boom rather than bust. And, nothing ventured, nothing gained. And I think whichever you do on your career path or your business or your project, make sure it's always orientated in the way to make the best scenario for your business, the best scenario for your project or your career path. Just getting the best out of life. I think that's what's on part in your karmic path. On the universe, the universe is giving you the Five of Pentacles. I think the universe here is sort of saying, okay, Cancer, whether you're going to do it, if you're going to do it, do it. If you're not going to do it, don't do it. But, if you don't go after the ultimate goal, you might as well just, what do they say? Go big or go home. Is that what you say in America? We don't say that in the UK, but it's either, it's like boom or bust in a way in regards to your financial side. On your past to your future, you get the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I think you're already on the path. I think you know it. I think you need to defend that path as well. I think you need to recognize what you've done to get to where you are, and you shouldn't deny that work that you've put in there. Therefore, I think it's worth defending. I think it's worth taking good sort of care of. For the universe, when you've got the Five of Pentacles there, I think the universe is sort of saying, we're only going to invest in you if you invest in yourself. And I think this is helping you to push your limits to the goals, to the ultimate goals. And in your future self, look at that. You get the King of Wands. I think the universe is really helping you to see a situation where you take complete control over your destiny in regards to your finances and your career path and everything. Whatever decision you make this week here, it's got to be in alignment with something that sits right for you. And that will then all of a sudden start empowering you. Because if you put your heart and soul into it, you're going to get the good results. Basically, Cancer. Once you do start putting your heart and soul into the financial side of your life, your career path, your business or projects, you're going to get the results. But it does need... it does need sort of defending work. You need to fight for it. So let's just see what's going on with the Light Seers card on your relationship side. Nurturing this future. I think that's what you've got to do. With these bright ideas and these ideas that come into your life, and you've got to be a little bit, I wouldn't say childlike, but a little bit more sort of engaged in mentally stimulating for you. And you've got to nurture that as you go forth. The moment you do, I think the universe is really going to start bringing some good stuff in for you. Yeah, I think you're going to become very attractive, seeing what works, focusing on you putting out the good stuff and therefore getting the good stuff back. And on your karmic path is destined to really connect with a lot of people that are around you, simply because you're going ahead and putting it out there. If you want a relationship, get passionate about it. It's not going to just come and knock at your door. You got to get out there and get involved in it. And once you do get out there and get involved in it, that's when you start getting some results. This is what I'm saying from the universe. The universe is sort of saying, I think the Eight of Swords here is really where the universe is sort of saying, it's like a doorman at a nightclub. Sort of saying, you can come in, you can't. And he's being really selective about who they let into your life in accordance to your passions of what you're passionate about. The moment you start engaging in your passions with that Ace of Cups is the moment you start getting the results. You got the Ace of Cups there at the decision in your financial side. You've now got it on your relationship side. The Fool is qualified by the Three of Swords. You know, when everybody's done this, where you've been in a relationship and you just kind of like, you're doing all the things naturally that you should be doing, but you know at the base of you that it's not good. It's not good. And I think you've learned that. I think you've learned about being foolhardiness, and you can recognize when it's not working. And I think this is a beautiful lesson for you to take forward in life. Look at that. You get the Empress with the Hierophant. This is like a divine counterpart that's coming into your life. She has a control over her emotions. She's creating something completely new. The Hierophant knows, has a control over his spiritual world, but through the physical manifestation of the spiritual world, of how you mechanically, like if I do a lot of meditation, physically do a lot of meditation, it brings a lot of light into my life. And the more that you do that, the better the results. And it's going to make you feel very much at one with yourself. Wow, all the cards wanting to jump out all over the place there. Let me just get them back into order. Yeah, I think, you know, once you start putting it out there, I think that's when you're going to get the best results. With the Queen of Pentacles, you get the, yeah. I think this is a very solid offer of love here. But you've got to get out there and get involved in it, in life. Otherwise, you're not going to see it. And this is, you know, there's good communication. You've got to communicate as well to the people around you or the person around you what you want in a relationship. You've got to be straight. You've got to be very expressive. I think that the moment you do that, then, you know, they will be expressive back to you and you will get some really good results. Okay, let's just see what's going on your financial side. You get the Five of Wands. Do we get the Five of Wands elsewhere? No. With the Page of Swords. Yeah, I do think you have to fight for it. And I think you have to do this by, you know, bringing new ways of doing things to your career path or your business or your projects. Whatever you wish to do, I would seriously fight for it more than anything else. You get the Three of Wands with the Star card. Why wait? You know, why wait? It may never turn up if you wait for it. But if you go out and get it, it's much, much greater chance of it happening for you. And I think this is where you've got to stop procrastinating and go after your ultimate desire and really fight for it. Yeah, I think what you're doing is, I think the universe is sort of saying, whatever financial difficulties you've had in the past, you will be able to circumnavigate it. You will be able to bypass it simply because you are engaging your heart's desires into your career path or your business or whatever it is. You get the Star card again. That's twice you've got the Star card. And with the Seven of Wands, if you want it, you've got to fight for it, Cancer. You've really got to fight for it. And I think you've been working on something for some time, but, you know, do not give up on it. Do not give up on it. You've really got to instigate that passion within your life because it's natural for you to do that. You know, and the King of Wands, yeah, you will be a leader. You will standing in your power because you stay strong and true to your passions of what you want out of life, what you want to live in the way of a career path or a business. Once you've got that within your mind frame and you start applying it in everything you do and putting in your heart's desires and being true to you about it all, you're going to quell all your doubts and you're going to become something that is incredibly powerful as you go forward. With the Ace of Cups, you get the Six of Swords. Yeah, I think this has to tie in with this, actually, funnily enough. How the universe sort of sees you in a way. The moment you sort of apply your heart's desire in regards to your career path, that's when you're going to start moving on to, you know, places that are much more easier for you to actually sort of expand from there. So it's like you need to get a first victory. You need to get that first sale within your business. And once you get that first sale under your belt, that's when you start rocking and rolling. And it'll work really well for you. There you go, Cancer. Thanking you very much for being here. Hope you get the best out of these readings. Really do appreciate all the support you show for the YouTube channel. Very much appreciated. I will see you soon, either on the energy videos or on one of these. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.